It's important that we pay attention to what happened in the R.Kelly trial. The prosecutors themselves have admitted that they received multiple versions of the tape, some of which were altered or manipulated. Despite this, they have chosen to present a particular version of the tape without explaining why they made that decision. Then, to make matter worse, the judge in the case has claimed that the woman could authenticate the tape, which essentially means that if she believes the person on the tape is who the prosecution claims it is. However, many of us are left wondering how she can make that claim without bringing in actual experts who can investigate the tape thoroughly. What's even more concerning is that the prosecution has admitted that they don't know if the tape they chose was altered or manipulated. To add fuel to the fire, the defense's request to bring in experts to authenticate the tape has been denied by the judge. But don't worry, it's all good. Instead, a woman who changed her story after 20 years for a $14 million payout is going to authenticate it. I mean, who needs experts when you have someone like that? It's not like the authenticity of the evidence is crucial to the trial or anything. And if that wasn't enough, the prosecution has admitted that they don't even know if the tape they're presenting is authentic. Who needs facts when you have a jury that is already tainted by the media and won't question anything, right? All we can do now is sit back and watch this circus unfold on the appeal process, because apparently, justice is just a formality. Let's get real here, folks. The fact that a witness can simply say something without presenting any evidence to back it up and have their word taken at face value is deeply troubling. It raises serious questions about the prosecution's commitment to pursuing the truth in this case. Are they really interested in uncovering the facts? Are they more interested in securing a conviction at any cost? It even gets weirder as it came to light that the prosecution only showed the woman a still picture from the tape and not the actual video. A still picture will not provide enough information to make a definitive identification or authentication. Without viewing the actual video on the tape, it's difficult to make a clear determination. Let's call a spade, shall we? It's highly suspicious that the prosecution has denied R.Kelly's request to bring in experts to authenticate the tape. Isn't the trial supposed to be about finding the truth? Or is it because they didn't like the truth they found in the 2008 trial, where he was declared innocent and not guilty for the same tape they used again?
He had a wave to the media and fans waiting for him. His burden lifted after being acquitted on all 14 counts. It was a resounding victory for the superstar singer after a 6-year legal odyssey.
The whole trial was a farce. It was a pathetic attempt to manipulate the outcome and a blatant abuse of power. Otherwise, why are they even trying him for something that they can't even prove? It seems like this trial was more about revenge than justice. So now they're trying to get him on the same tape again, despite not having any concrete evidence to support their case and denying the investigation of the experts. It's a disgraceful abuse of power and highlights the need for a justice system that values the truth above all else. It's not surprising that the media has been silent about the actual court findings and what transpired during R. Kelly's trial, given their focus on ratings and sensationalism over accuracy and truth. Despite years of hype around the tape, the prosecution failed to authenticate it for the second time, leaving serious doubts about its validity. It's essential to rely on accurate information from official court documents and other reliable sources, rather than sensationalized media coverage. We must demand transparency and full disclosure from both the media and the justice system regarding all evidence presented in the trial.
After poring over the facts, it seems a critical detail was twisted for the public. Claims Roshona refused testifying in the 2008 trial are bogus. Truth is, Roshona already testified before the grand jury and prosecution in 2002, saying that tape ain't her and spoke to the police and gave her statement. It was the prosecutor's decision not to do so. Prosecutors, knowing Roshona's testimony would sink their case, didn't bother calling her at trial, likely influenced by experts saying that tape was doctored anyways. But now that Roshona was offered $14 million to change her story by the feds, and promising her they will deny experts to come and authenticate the tape, she came in 20 years later with different story that helps her to secure that check. So Roshona had her civil lawyer sitting pretty in the front row during the trial, while she blatantly lied under oath on the stand. When asked if she was testifying 20 years later with a different story for money, She denied it with a straight face. Little did the jury know, she had already prepared a $14 million restitution pack with said lawyer. She lied to cover up her motive for changing her story. But hey, who needs honesty when you have immunity deals and heaps of cash? Apparently, she was given an immunity deal, Section 8 voucher, and promised to get $14 million in exchange for her change of story. The judge rejected the outrageous amount of money, and now the case is awaiting appeal by the defense team at the Supreme Court. Talk about a real legal circus the media is silent about.